How's it going, Top 5 TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my preview for the Watford game taking place at lunchtime tomorrow at Vicarage Road. Watford doing really well to be fair to them. Third in the league. Last time out they won 2-0 against Wickham. They currently sit 10 points off the top. I mean, Norwich are runaway leaders, to be honest. You may as well just promote them now. 10 points clear of Brentford in second. So Watford will really need to win this game to try and help them get above Brentford and get into the automatic promotion spots. So obviously it's going to be a difficult game. Last time out when they played us at the City Ground, it was a 0-0. First time we really got introduced to Cafu. Seeing him play in that little bit more of a attacking role to what we expected him to play, and he was good. He was really good. And then there was obviously that awful refereeing decision with Chalobah, who should have been sent off for an awful tackle. But it's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a very hard game. Watford are a very good side. Got some really good players. João Pedro, Ismaili Sarr. And I'm quite surprised, really, he's still at the club. I thought he would be long gone by now. There was interest from Man United, Liverpool in the summer. But they've got some, really good players. Like I say, Deeney's still there. Ben Foster, the cycling GK on YouTube. I'd love it if we saw like a rendition of the John Mallow celebration from a Forest player, or just a Forest player just go up and like shush the camera, cup the ear, something like that. That'd be so funny. But I don't know. It's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Like I say, they're a very good side, and they'll be going into this one thinking that they're going to beat us. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did. To be honest with you, we're not doing too well I mean, you say that we're not doing too well of late, but you look at us, and obviously we lost against Luton last time out. I didn't get a chance to watch that game because I was busy, so that was kind of a bit of a blessing, to be honest. But before that, it was 3 games unbeaten, 1 loss. Then 4 games unbeaten, then a loss. So we're not doing all that badly, to be honest. And I think if we won our game, we might be able to sneak a 1-0 here. I've got a feeling it might be 1-1. I think it could be a 1-1 draw in this game. I don't know, we just struggle to close games out. If we had a decent striker, we'd be far more, far up in the league, far up in the table, because I think you look at us and we're just not really able to put the ball in the back of the net when it matters, I suppose. You look against Derby and Taylor came on, couldn't really control the ball. Apparently he was really poor against Luton, just not great at all. Murray, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not really... he scored 2 goals against Wickham. Other than that, not really done all too much. And then Grabman's not having a very good season at all this season. So, I think in the summer we definitely need to bring in a striker. Whether we let one of the ones we've got go, that's another story. But I think, you've got to really look at that area. Defensively, we're sound. I think we're really good defensively. Maybe we'll get caught out once or twice, but I think we're really good defensively. We're definitely one of our better sort of areas of the team. You look at Sabri, he had a very strong defensive setup. Same with Houghton. Obviously they rely on the defence, they trust the defence to be able to do what they need to do and do what they're being asked of them. But I think definitely for us, our attack needs a lot of work. I think it's difficult to say. It's sad to say, because you look at Grabban last season, he was so good, and we could rely on him. We could just rely on him to get forward with the ball after we've been defending for a long time, and get the ball, in the back of the net in the limited chances. But this season, he's looked to shadow of his former self. Our top scorer, if I'm not wrong, is Lyle Taylor with I think 4 or 5 goals, and that's just not good enough. That's not good enough for a team of our stature, a team who are looking to go up at the start of the season. That's not good enough at all, and we really need to address that situation. We were in for Ivan Toney in the summer. He went to Brentford. We're looking at Jepcott from Plymouth. Is he ready? I don't know. He's doing really well for Plymouth, and a lot of Plymouth fans, especially Pieface, is singing his praise and saying how good he is. But I'm not sure whether he's ready for the step up to the Championship just yet. I might be proven wrong. Who knows? But I just think we need someone who's someone like an Ivan Toney, someone like a João Pedro, a Timu Puki, who in this league is just, they can score, and the team's not performing, they're able to still score. They're able to still pull something out the hat. A bit like Graben last season. I mean, he managed to get 20 goals in a league season for a team who sat back and defended for most of the game. So, if we can maybe rekindle that performance, that sort of form from Graben, we could be laughing. But I just think that we kind of need to bring somebody in the summer. Pardon me. Somebody in the summer who's able to just be a bit more lethal in front of goal, to be able to take their chances when they come to them. You look at like Ollie Watkins, Brentford last season, a player who's just able to drag a team through games when they're not doing very well. You're looking at the Premier League. You look at like Jamie Vardy, who helped drag Leicester through when they won the league, just scoring any type of goal that comes his way. And I think we just really need to address that situation. And I think in this game, I think it could be a case of us getting a goal sort of in the first half, second half, and sitting back and trying to defend and having a couple of chances but just not being able to take them. And I think, it's difficult to see, because you look at the defence and they're so resolute, they're so strong, and they deserve to win the game by the way that they're playing. They deserve to win the game, but the players up front just aren't really doing the business. It's coming from elsewhere. And I think you look at players like Knockout, Freeman, Kravinovic, and you look at them and they don't really have like amazing amount of assists. But I think if they had like other strikers around them who were able to score more and be more confident and more reliable, then they would have a lot more and would be a lot higher up the table. It's just not really clicked this season for Graben, and Taylor's not been as good as we expected. I mean, Murray could prove us wrong. I mean, he scored 2 goals against Wickham and he's not really done too much other than that. But, he is that kind of striker who, he doesn't really need confidence because he just knows where to be, and hopefully he can show against a club that quite weirdly took him on loan and hardly ever played him. I don't really know what was going on there. And I heard that the Sky commentators were saying that he had to train by himself, which is a weird one. I think he doesn't seem like an unprofessional player, so I don't think it'll be for unprofessional reasons. I don't really know what it would be or why it happened, but I think I think if he could score, he'd love to score after the way I think that it ended at Watford for him. But I don't know. I just think that if we could sort our attack out, we could be laughing. We could be on something good next season, But who knows? Who knows? In terms of this game, I think Watford are a team that, well, obviously they're strong. They're really strong for this league. I look at the last couple of games. The Wickham game, had 65% possession. You look at Bournemouth away. Where's the possession start? 63%. A team who really like the ball. Looks like Cisco Munoz, or Munoz, I think that's how you pronounce it, likes his team to have the ball. They very rarely have less than 50%. 61% against Preston a couple of weeks ago. Against Derby, 51%. They quite like the ball, which could suit us. We're not really a team that like to have the ball much. You look at our last couple of games, and Luton game, right, actually we had 60% possession, so that blows out what I'm saying. Derby had 57% possession. Oh, sorry about that. We just edged possession against Rotherham. Swansea, they had more possession. Even though we were dominant, they had more possession. Bournemouth at home, we had 37%. So maybe Watford wanting the ball might be beneficial for us, because we won't really have the chances to get the ball forward and mess it up from the forward sort of area, because we'll be trying to weather the storm from them on the ball. So that could be helpful. But I just don't know if we're relying on the ball forward to try and get a goal from one of our attackers, and you see like Lyle Taylor miscontrol it and having to slow things down. It could be a difficult one. But I'm going to say 1-0. I think my heart says 1-0. My brain says 1-1. I think goal scorer for Forest, I'm going to say Anthony Knockaert. I think, over the last couple of games, Anthony Knockaert has just been absolutely superb. Against Rotherham, he was superb. Against Derby, he was one of the better performers. It was one of the best performances I've seen him in a Forest shirt, other than probably that substitute's appearance when he came off the bench and got man of the match away at Carrow Road. I think he's just he looks in the mood. And I think if he gets the opportunity to score, the opportunity where he gets that little bit of luck which he hasn't been getting. He's been getting in the good positions, but his shots have been saved or put wide. I think if he gets that little slice of luck, it could really open the floodgates for him. And it's not for the want of trying with Knockaert. And I'd love to see him score, especially after what happened to him when he played for Leicester, when he got mugged off by the dive for a penalty and had his penalty saved, and then it went absolute limbs when Deeney scored in the last minute after, that hog. Deeney, yeah. Hopefully we see none of that against Watford tomorrow. But yeah, in terms of the lineup, I think it'll be a pretty similar lineup to what we used to seeing. To be honest, it'll be something like Samba, Christie, Figueiredo, Worrell, Ribeiro, Cafu, Garner again against a team that loaned him at the first half of the season, wanting to show why he was wrongfully turned back to Manchester United and then given to us. Krivinovic in the middle of the front the three behind the striker. I'd say Knockaert on one wing. Probably Freeman again on the other wing and up top. Probably Glenn Murray. I'm going to say 1-0 or 1-1. I'm not too confident going into this one. Watford are a very good side, and it wouldn't surprise me if we did lose this one. But hopefully we lose in a manner that's still quite. We can take positives if we do lose. But I think 1-0 or 1-0. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, smash the like button. Subscribe to Talk First TV, TFTV Extra, and Dan TFTV if you haven't already. And come on, you Reds.